As an entrepreneur, one of the hardest challenges that we each face is staying motivated. And 7 weeks into the new year, that drive you had in January is probably dwindling, if just a little bit. Now, staying motivated comes easy to some of us, but for others, it's an incredible challenge. And the thing is, it's impossible to be motivated all the time. But there are many ways to manage yourself effectively and to help you overcome periods where you'd rather do anything else than what you're meant to be doing right this second. And I get it, because I felt like this myself many times over my own career. And yet, I credit a lot of the success that I've achieved with the ability to focus on the tasks that needed to be done, especially when I wasn't feeling it. Sometimes you're going to need some help with your motivation levels, and with these 5 tips you can effectively motivate yourself to do the things that you should be doing. Now, we'll talk about the 1-minute rule first and foremost. If a task will take you less than 1 minute to complete, do it immediately. This was a game changer for me, and honestly, I'd put off the smallest tasks because, well, they could be completed later on, but when I started to prioritize them, the efficiency happened in work and in business, and it benefited all of those around me as well. And this doesn't just work in business. At home, I made sure that any of the smallest tasks that I had to complete were completed immediately. Putting the bin bags out, done. Folding the ironing, also done. And these frequent wins, no matter how small, will help grow into bigger and larger things. And the second thing is to set one task to do daily. Now, without fail, I would set myself a singular task to complete every single day. Some days it would be a relatively small task, and others it would be significant. But this task is started early in the day and completed by the close of business. And no matter what else I would do in that day, whatever life threw at me, I have moved the needle forward in my business or in my personal life. And for example, today, I'm updating a section on my website, and I've scheduled 3 hours to do this. And when I was working, it could have been making 60 minutes of outbound sales calls or speaking to existing clients. Defining the task that you need to achieve is completely personal to you, your needs, and your own plan. But writing it down and ticking it off every day is a huge motivator. Now, the next thing is to create a daily routine. And I talk a lot about the struggles that business owners and entrepreneurs face when creating their own daily routine. No 2 days are ever the same, and a lot of our time is spent fighting the fires in front of us that we didn't know were going to be there this morning. However, by creating a routine, we have a plan to return to at all times. There is no thinking required, and by default, our status goes back to the things that we know we should be doing every single day. Next then, we're going to have to lie to ourselves. Endless positivity and motivation are 2 of the things that set high achievers apart from others, but neither of these are natural states. Yes, there will be long moments in your life where you have high energy levels, but this cannot be sustained indefinitely. Sometimes you need to lie to yourself and act as if you're motivated. Like going to the gym, the hardest part is actually never doing the exercise, but it's taking that first step and putting on your gym gear. And this is where the daily routine supports your motivation. Ask yourself this: what would I be doing right now if I felt motivated? And that leaves you only to think about how you can overcome the first step, and others will then follow. Right, and finally, we have to celebrate our wins. Always celebrate your success, no matter how small. Complete a task, grab a coffee. Complete a week's worth of tasks, or finish a major project, get a takeaway, or go out for dinner. And of course, it could just be as simple as recognizing that you have completed the tasks, giving yourself a pat on the back, and keeping a note of your progress. This is a huge motivator in itself. None of us are superhuman. And sometimes we do need to lie to ourselves to give us that extra push and that motivation to continue on our chosen path. If you want to build the business that you dreamed of when you first decided to become an entrepreneur or a business owner, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and visit moveatpace.com.